Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Melissa. I may look a little flat, and that is for good reason. Today I am going to be trying out the new palette from Danessa Myricks. This is the Groundwork Blooming Romance palette, and because I have no self-control, I also picked up the Groundwork Defining Neutrals. Pretty sure I did a video mentioning that I wasn't going to pick up this palette once upon a time, but my local Sephora did set up a display for Danessa Myricks. So I got to see this in person, and I don't know, I just really wanted it. I just thought, oh, I'm not a makeup artist. Like, what am I going to do with that many neutral shades? But now that I got the chance to like swatch it in store, and the color story of this one was very appealing to me. It's more like pinky blush tones, berries. I just figured, why not pick up the companion palettes? They're supposed to be multi-use palettes for use all over the face. So let's get into it. The Groundwork Blooming Romance palette retails for $65. A range of looks from natural to bold with this essential everyday face and eye palette. It contains 10 soft, buildable, wearable, and universally flattering shades in 2 unique textures. The high-performance, lightweight velvet pomade shades apply effortlessly to define your look, while the coordinating shape and fix powders, mop-up oil smooth the look of texture and lock in shape and definition. I normally never do my foundation makeup before I do eye makeup, but because she has the velvet pomade and powders, they're supposed to be fallout free formulas. So I'm gonna start with the eyes. I'm not sure what I want to do today. I did see she did a very pretty like look on her Instagram. She had like, looks like the lightest pink shade here in the inner corner, and it just gradually went out to a darker berry. So I might do something like that. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna first go in with the shade Crush. So essentially, it kind of reminds me of like the technique a lot of people do with their face. They put down a cream and then set it with a powder. That kind of seems like the theme of this palette. So you've got your pomades that are kind of like this cream to powder sort of texture, and then you've got your powders to sort of just like set everything down and make it even more saturated. So I'm gonna go in with the pomade side first and just start applying that. This might not be the best brush for this. I'm going to try a different brush. This brush isn't doing too well with it. I'm going to go in instead with a flat packer brush because it is very much a putty texture. It's moving around a lot in the pan. So, probably going to need something a little stiffer to put down this shade. Yeah, that did better than the initial brush. I'm going to go in with the powder and set that down. Yeah, the powder definitely has like more pigmentation, but the pomade did give it a nice base to adhere to, and it looks very smooth on the lid. Going in with the shade Allure, I'm going to go ahead and just repeat that same process. So first going down with the pomade. I wonder if it'll do better with a finger. Oh yeah, that's much better. Not that it doesn't work with a brush, but it does take quite a bit to build up. Because I've never worked with a formula like this before. So yeah, if you want to get like maximum pigmentation, I'd say go in with your finger. I'm gonna take the powder side of Allure and just set that down and start blending those two shades together. The pomades have like they're giving me like nostalgia, but I can't put my finger on what it is they feel like exactly. Future editing me, I know exactly what they feel like. When Milk first came out, they had this blush quad that was full of putties. That's exactly what they feel like. Like, I don't know, something that was either used in like an art class. I don't know, it's giving me memories of something and it's just not coming to my mind right now. Let me know if you have used this texture and you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's like the putty. Do you remember like the stars you could hang like on your ceiling or whatever? The putty that came with it? Something like that. It's very different. I'm not going to go in with the shade Evermore and just repeat that same process. Put the pomade down and then blend it with the shadow or powder portion. Just going in with the powder of Evermore. I'm going to set down that outer corner. Powders are way more pigmented than the pomade side. Just giving you a warning if you think they match exactly. Alright, so this is how everything is looking like right now. I'm gonna now dip into the neutral palettes. Like I stated at the beginning, these are supposed to be multi-use palettes, brows, face, eyes, lips. So I'm gonna try to do my brows. I normally am a brow pencil kind of person, but we will see. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Bark, the pomade. I don't know if this is the best brush I have, but so I went ahead and filled in this brow with the pomade. That was super easy. Like it's pigmented, but not so pigmented that it gave me like block brows, like old school Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow. Do that to me. I actually really like how it turned out. So like I stated when I first saw these palettes, like I think they're definitely more catered to or would be more utilized by professionals, people who have to carry around makeup for different clienteles. I feel like they would love this multi-purpose formula, but plain old me, I don't know what business I have owning a product that's so multi-use. I'm gonna now go in with the shade Chiseled. Do a little bit of light contouring with that. Oh, I'm going to go in with the shade Desert and use it as a bronzer. Stepping back into the Blooming Romance palette. Ooh, I can't wait to try one of these as a blush. I think I'm going to go in with Smitten. So I'm first going to do the pomade. Only disadvantage of this being multi-use is they're a little small to get like face. Oh wow. But like I was saying, the pans are small for face brushes, so you might hit other shades. I've never felt a product like this. Like it's so like blurring, just the way it blends out. And I went a little overboard. I will bring it down a little bit. I am gonna pick up a little bit of the powder because why not? So I went a little overboard. So I'm just gonna take the sponge I did my foundation with, just blend around the edges so it doesn't look like too clownish. My lips are pretty chapped right now, so I'm a little nervous to put this formula on my lips. I don't know what shade to go with. I want to use something different. Should I go with Lovesick? Because I feel like I want to do Dreamy, but I feel like Dreamy's maybe a little too warm. Yeah, let's go with Lovesick. I'll do like a blotted lip. That translates a lot more red than I wanted. Okay. Not Lovesick. We'll go in with Bliss. Just tap that in. Oh, it's still pulling too red. Maybe if I go over it with Smitten. So this is basically like a concoction of 3 different colors. It feels very smooth and it's not as drying as I thought it was going to be. I was pretty scared because my lips are chapped like I stated. But let me go ahead and curl my lashes, apply some mascara, and give you my first impressions on these products. Here's just one more final close-up look of the eyes. Nothing crazy. I did use some of the powder as bronzer, blush, and a little bit of contour. Right, and this is the final look I came up with these palettes. I think it came out very pretty, very soft. I was a little nervous at first, I'm not gonna lie to you. all I have to say is wow. I've never in my life, and I've been playing with makeup for way over 10 years at this point. I've never played with a texture like this, but I don't really expect anything less from Danessa Myricks. That's kind of her thing. She likes texture. She's very artistic, and you see that represented in her makeup and her work. Excuse me, I was choking and now I'm tearing up. After using them, I kind of still hold my original opinion. I think if you're a makeup artist, these are fantastic for you. Such beautiful powders, especially on the face. Like, they just look like so smooth, so blurring. They were easy to blend out. Good pigmentation. The eyes gave me a little bit more trouble, and that could be because my eyes are more textured. I was using the wrong brushes. I will say there's a learning curve to this. Finding the right brushes that work with you and having patience. This is definitely not for people who just want to be done with makeup quickly. If you're like a out the door, easy makeup type of person, I don't think you'll get much use out of these, if I'm being quite honest. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. I think these take some work. I think these take some patience. It's a very new, very different formula and format. But if you're someone who's really into mattes and you love Danessa Myricks and her aesthetic and her style, but again, I think these are very much well suited for makeup artists, not so much for people who just don't want to put in time in the makeup. Like if you're a one and done shadow type of person, I don't think this is for you. Overall, I'm very happy with how everything turned out. Like it states, there's no fallout at all. And that's like a thing I take very seriously because I always do my foundation afterwards. So if there's going to be fallout, like be upfront with me. But there was none, so I don't have to worry about cleaning anything up. I don't regret this purchase at all. It actually makes me excited to play with makeup. Danessa Myricks, I think, is doing something that the makeup world was kind of missing for a long time, and that was bringing excitement into the makeup world. We're seeing a lot of things just being repeated and regurgitated, and she's putting out things that no one else has. Yes, the color story is like a basic matte color story. The color story is nothing crazy, like you've seen a pink and berry palette before, but the formulas and the innovation, the outer packaging was beautiful. Yeah, she did a great job with these. Sorry, at this point I'm just rambling. But in conclusion, if you are someone who likes easy makeup, I'd say skip it. If you're a makeup artist trying to be a makeup artist, I think these would be great for your kids. Very multi-use products, very versatile, and an extremely different formula. I will go ahead and list all the products I used today, even the ones I didn't show on camera, like my foundation. Down below, if there's an asterisk, I'd make a small commission off that sale. If that makes you uncomfortable, you can just shop through the retailer directly. No big deal. I just want to thank anyone who takes the time to watch my videos. I really do appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave me some comments down below. Are you picking up this palette? Have you picked it up? What are your thoughts? Yeah, I'd love to know. Engage with me. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.